Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Depression Session podcast. It is me this week, just Weed Man. Once again, coming at you with a solo episode. I'm not too sure how long this episode will be because it is currently 2:30 a.m. So I'm getting tired and fading pretty quickly. However, I will make this as long as I possibly can. I guess a short little update. Me, Rolf, Hallmark, and Poolboy, we are trying to find a day during the week where we can set aside a block of time for recording for podcasts and content and all of that to try and get a little more professional with this, I guess, and a little more on schedule, a little more on track. Basically, just being better at this. So that should make content more consistent and better quality, hopefully. Other than that, the Cuphead series is going good. Me and Poolboy just started playing Broforce. It's a really fun game. You guys should go check that out every Friday at 12. Probably I'm gonna try to alternate between Cuphead and Broforce every other week, but obviously it depends on recording because Cuphead bosses are taking so goddamn long to beat now. Anyway, topic of this video or topic of this week's podcast. I am basically going to be talking about my experience with depression, or at least what I can best describe as depression. Um, it only took us like 38, 39 videos to actually have a genuine episode about depression, but hey, we got there in the end. um, so honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it and not waste anyone's time. Um, so I have had struggled with it pretty much all of my life. It's kind of come and gone, obviously, as it does. But it really started when I was about 10 is when I really started to notice it. I think I kind of always felt some form of negativity just like all throughout my life. Just I've always had negative feelings and emotions. I don't know why. Um, it was primarily anxiety that was the main negative emotion that I would always feel. Like I would get anxiety about basically like almost any little thing or anything that I would possibly get in trouble for, or if I ever did get in trouble, it would just be this overwhelming panic that I couldn't handle. But I'll probably talk about that in a different video. Anyway, so like I said, I really started to notice it when I was around 10 years old. My parents were going through a little bit of a hard time in their marriage, as you know, as people do, as it happens. Um, and I don't want to say that's the cause of it because I really don't think it is. I don't believe that that would have caused it for as long as it lasted. But that's the first time I experienced it. It's like I experienced it, and then once that all got settled and things got better, as far as I remember, it went away. Like I said, I always kind of just have a base level of just negative feeling, but the feeling of the depression or whatever went away when things got better. Um, so when I was from about 10 to like maybe like 11 or something, I don't really remember. Um, I was just sad. You know what I mean? Worried about my parents and worried about my brother and all that, and it just wasn't. It was childhood depression. There's not a whole lot that could be um, discussed or dissected about that. Um, and then once things settled down and things got better with my parents and all that, um, it went away mostly from what I can remember. Um, and it wasn't really until I entered high school that it came back, and that is when it stayed. um, I don't remember why it happened. I just remember kind of slowly creeping in. It's like I loved junior high. I really did. Junior high was a great time in my life. I had my rough moments. I did. Entering into high school was really rough for me. Um, I don't know. I don't know why. I think I just didn't really know how to handle it, and I didn't feel like I was growing up as quick as the other kids, and that bothered me because I felt like I was gonna get left behind, or that I had already been left behind. And I don't remember a specific reason, but I remember this specific moment in high school when I was like, "Damn, I'm sad. I don't know why, but I'm really, really fucking sad." I just remember I was so little bit of context. I went to a charter school where you can just come and go as you please, and so I'd always go to the grocery store next to the or close to the school, so I could get drinks and shit and whatnot. And I just remember I'd gotten something to eat. I don't remember what it was, but I got something to eat, and I was just kind of chilling out there, outside, just kind of by myself, and I don't know. I just remember looking up at the sky and just thinking, "Damn, I'm really, really sad for no reason." Um, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Part of it was the fucking election of Trump versus Hillary. Like that whole year of that happening, just for some reason, like that whole thing just made the world seem like such a bad place. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. Look, I'm not saying it caused my depression, but it happened around the same time. um. Anyway, so early high school is when it really started to kick off. And then all throughout high school, it just kind of got worse and worse and worse. Um, and it got to the point where I didn't really want to be here. You know what I mean? I just wanted to just kind of fade away. I felt like a burden and that things would just kind of be better if I wasn't there. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to deal with all the pain and the sadness that I was feeling just on a day to day basis. Um, and that was really heavy on me for the longest time. It really was. And I was that way up until probably a year ago. You know what I mean? Where I just constantly just didn't want to be here. And I guess, I mean, looking back, I didn't really have a legitimate reason. But when you're in that mindset and when you're in that fog or that cloud, everything's a reason. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I dropped my keys. I'm gonna kill myself. It's always jokes, but I hope you get what I mean. Where it's like any inconvenience or any disappointment or anything bad or mildly whatever that would happen was just so heavy. It's like during that time the world was just heavy. Being alive was heavy. Breathing was heavy. Getting out of bed was heavy. Everything was just so heavy on me, and I just didn't want to or couldn't deal with it. Um, and there were some things that really helped me through it. Friends and music primarily. Music was really a big saving grace for me and a really big impact on me. Um, Real quick, if you hear purring, it's my cat. I apologize. Um, but music really saved me in a lot of ways. It would give me solace and peace when I couldn't find it anywhere else. Um, it really made me fall in love with it. I talked about this a little bit on my episode about talking about my music passion, but I would always listen to sad music, you know what I mean, because it made me feel understood and heard. I'd always listen to like Lil Peep and Little Happy, Little Sad and Gucci High Waters and Convolk and all that stuff. I still listen to that stuff till this day. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's probably seen as cringy now, but I don't give a fuck. And then also another really big saving grace for me was my friends in high school, because I knew that kind of no matter what, I could just go hang out with them and laugh and have fun and do things and not have to think so much. You know what I mean? Especially my friend. I don't know if he wants me to use his real name, so I'll just use his like pseudonym or his online name of Arcade. Me and him were really, really close for the longest time because he was struggling with stuff too. We had very different problems, but they caused a lot of the same symptoms, so we kind of understood each other. Um, and we really helped each other. We really did. We needed each other for a while there. I'm pretty sure. At least I needed him, and it felt like he needed me. But we really helped each other. We were there for each other. We stood up for each other. We protected each other and all that sort of stuff. And we were the best friend. We were the bestest. We were best friends for the longest time. And as far as I'm aware, we still are. I don't think something like that can just go away. You know what I mean? At least not over time, or at least not suddenly, I guess. But friends and music really got me through high school, and then obviously as I got older through high school and started to mature a little bit and grow a little bit and make more friends and all that, it got better. It was still there, you know what I mean? It never really went away. Um, And then once I graduated high school, I started working, and it got even better. Just working, making money, doing what I actually wanted to do in life, and ru- running around the desert doing fuck shit with my friends and making music and art and reading and all of that stuff. It really helped. Like 18 to 20, I did whatever the hell I wanted to. It was a fucking blast. I don't think I'd trade that time in the world. Unfortunately, I was still really sad during that time, and it kind of took away a lot of the enjoyment I could have got out of that. Because in the moment, I didn't realize how cool it was to be doing what I was doing and how fun it was to be doing what I was doing. I looked at it as pathetic and cringy and worthless. You know what I mean? I looked at it as just not productive, I guess. And looking at it now, I realize how cool it was and how cool it was. You know what I mean? I wish I could go back and do that. I understand I can still do those things now, but stuff's a little different. I'm a little older. I'm not getting up there. You know what I mean? Because I'm 22, so I still have a lot of life in me, and I'm still really young comparatively. I'm still a kid in a lot of aspects, but it is different. You know what I mean? Your 20s are, you can't be doing as much. You don't have as much freedom, and you can't be doing as much stupid shit as you can get away with in your teen years. Um, so yeah, high school is where it really kicked off and where it really got bad, and then out of high school it got a little bit better and a little bit better over time, and then um, I started like drinking and all that when I turned 21, and obviously that stuff helps you feel better momentarily, but it makes you feel worse in the long run. So I had to learn how to not like handle that or manage that, but I had to learn how to like not allow it to oh my god. I had to learn how to not make it make things worse, if that makes any sense. And things were never bad. I never like had a problem with alcohol or anything. I was never like an alcoholic or anything. I'm still not. I don't think I ever will be. I'll never allow myself to get that way. I've seen that destroy a lot of people and a lot of friends and family members and all that, and I'm just not gonna allow that to happen to myself. Anyway, so 20 to 22 was basically just figuring out being an adult, still dealing with it, trying to get past it. 20 to 22 is when I really started to understand that I can get through it and understand that I can come out of the other side and that things would be better if I did. You know what I mean? Because a lot of it in high school, I do think I was comfortable. I knew what it felt like and I knew how to handle it. And any other emotions that I felt were foreign to me. And so I think I kind of shied away from trying to get better just because I was comfortable. You know what I mean? I had gotten comfortable with my depression and I had gotten comfortable with being that way and being in that state. That's all that I knew. You know what I mean? Or at least that's what it made me know. You know what I mean? Because when you're in that mind state, you forget a lot of things. I don't remember a whole lot of my life. I mean, obviously, I remember the key moments and the core memories and all that stuff. I remember the important stuff, but a lot of the day-to-day stuff or a lot of the stuff from school or whatever, I just don't remember a lot of it. And I don't know if that's normal or not. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Comment down below if you know the answer to that question. um, but once I hit that age, I started to understand that, like, I can't come out of this. And then when I hit 22, it really started to hit me. I'm like, okay, I'm not in my teen years anymore. I'm not freshly 20, and I'm not 21. Because when you're 21, you're not worried about anything but being legally being able to drink and smoke if you're in a state that allows that, or country or whatever. But so 21, that's really all you're worried about is just doing that stuff because it's like it's been gate kept your entire life. So you're like, I can finally do this. Let me enjoy this. But once I hit 22, I really started to it kind of started to hit me that I'm like, okay, I need to start doing something with my life and I need to start working and all of that. And then this is going to sound really fucking cringe. But then I found like Andrew Tate and David Goggins and Joe Rogan and all of those cringy people online. But their message does have some truth to them. You know what I mean? Um, I do believe that discipline and hard work is what makes a man and what gives him purpose and gives him life and all of that. And so I started going to the gym. I started really working on myself. I started to work on this podcast, be a little bit more dedicated to my crafts and my passions and all that. And honestly, it worked. Like, obviously, it took time, but after like 6 months of that, of going to the gym consistently, working on myself consistently, I started to feel good. I started to like myself for the first time in years. I really started to like the man I was becoming, which was foreign to me, but I welcomed it and I didn't shy away from it anymore. And so after 6 months, 6 months or so, I don't really remember, but after some time, started losing weight, started to get in better shape, started to, be a little more confident in myself. And after a certain point, I didn't really feel depressed anymore. I really didn't. I was working, I was making money, I was doing the podcast and all the other stuff I was doing. I was hanging out with friends, I was confident. It's like all the stuff the depression caused had gone away. And I guess all the stuff causing it as well. I mean, it never kind of fully goes away. You know what I mean? It's always kind of in the back of your mind or back of your head or whatever. It's like there's still a lot of thought patterns that you need to break. Because you have a tendency to like look at the negative of everything. And so obviously that's something that's a little bit harder to break. But after a certain point, I started to really like living. I really did. And I still do. I'm still very grateful. I'm still leagues better. I'm still way better than what I was in high school. I don't think I'll ever go back to that. Thank God. I will not allow myself to go back to that. Thank God. But I was doing good for the longest time, and I was so happy. I got a girlfriend too. That really helped a lot as well. But I don't know what it's been recently. I think I've been kind of falling back into it. Nothing major. Just like little feeling of it. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why. It's just because I've been pretty stagnant with everything. I haven't really been working or putting my all into stuff like this podcast. You know what I mean? Like anyone that looks at the channel or has been subscribed for a while knows that like the quality recently hasn't really been good, or at least the consistency hasn't been good. Um, I just haven't really been working on it as much as I should, and I feel bad, and I just haven't been progressing the way that I want to progress. And it's like I look at the current trajectory of my life, and I'm not happy with the way it's going. And that's mainly just because I've been making like it's been a bunch of little things that have added up over time. It's like I'd be like, okay, I can just not go to the gym this one night, or I can do a little less work on this one video. It's not gonna matter. I'll do better on the next one. And it just slowly builds up and slowly changes your lifestyle. And like honestly, I've been kind of getting lazy again. I really have been, and I hate that so much. I've been slacking on a lot of stuff. I've been putting stuff off. I've been sleeping more. I've been just all this stuff that I don't want to be doing. You know what I mean? And obviously, it's nothing bad or nothing major. It's like, ooh, you you skipped one night at the gym. Whoop de fucking do. But I'm just not happy with the current trajectory of my life, and I really want to change it and get back on track with the way things were, like 4 or 5 months ago. Obviously, the trajectory that I'm on is still way better than the trajectory I was on. Like I said, like a year ago. I just need to make changes again and get more in line with what I want and what God wants for me and what I need to be doing and where I need to be going. So yeah, it never really goes away. Once you have it, at least for a long, long time, it'll always kind of be there in the back of your head, in the back of your mind. But I've come out the other side of it, and I'm very thankful for everyone that's helped me through it, and everything that's helped me through it, and everything I've done to get out of it. And if anyone is currently struggling with that and currently in that state, just know that my heart goes out to you, and that things do get better. It takes time. It really does. Nothing gets better overnight, and you just gotta just stick with it and see it through the end. You know what I mean? Take it one day at a time. You can always kill yourself tomorrow, is what I'd always say. It's like, well, today might be bad, but I can always do it tomorrow. And so I just give it one more day. Just one more day, one more day, one more day. And eventually things got better for me, and I'm a lot happier, and I'm in a lot better place now. And I'm very thankful. I'm very glad that I just kept giving it one more day. I never gave up. That's really all you gotta do. Don't give up. Keep working. Trust the process. One more day. And I think with that, that'll go ahead and wrap up this video. Another little shorter episode. I do apologize, but it's 3 in the morning, so I can't be bothered. I hope you guys enjoy though. I really enjoyed this episode. I think this episode went really good. Anyway, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Come back next Monday at 12 p.m. for another podcast episode. Come back this Friday at 12 p.m. for a gaming video. It's most likely going to be Broforce. It's a really fun game. Me and Pool Boy are playing it on the hard mode, so it's been a challenge. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for this podcast. Remember that just like this podcast, depression is just a session, and a too soon shall pass. We will see you guys back here next Monday at 12. Goodbye, and have a safe week.